5'10", 155-pound Kevin S. Number 15, again, the senior 5'10", 155-pound Mike Fair. The halfback, number 35, the senior 6', 175, John Voto. Number 40, a senior 6', 215, guard Bruce Hopkins. A guard, number 60, junior 5'11", 170-pound Pop Wood. At center, number 70, senior 6'3", 170-pound Alan Miller. At end, number 87, senior 6'3", 165-pound Dale Henry. They are coached by Steve Morford and assisted by Dwayne Covey. For the Culbertson Bears, number 64, guard, senior 5'8", 185-pound Chad Host. At halfback, number 32, a senior 5'9", 165-pound Marlon Weir. At halfback, number 17, a senior 5'7", 170-pound Phil Thorne. At end, number 85, a junior 6'2", 165-pound Rick Dahlgren. At the other end, number 81, a junior 6', 165-pound Troy Ribbon. At quarterback, a junior 6', 170-pound Scott Drop. At guard, a junior 6', 210-pound, number 75, Joe Cutchwar. At center, a sophomore, 6'1", 175 pounds, number 66, Doug Froman. Head coach, Lowell Ferguson, assisted by Gail Bly.
What?
Will you please rise for our national anthem?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome this evening to the Culbertson Bears and the Maywood Tiger football game. This game is being videotaped for you to be shown on Channel 4 for the Culbertson cable system. Reproduction of this broadcast is not authorized without the written permission of Wudtke Cable Systems and the Culbertson School Systems. I'd like to take this time to introduce you tonight some of the commentators. The play-by-play tonight we'll have Stan Wudtke from the Maywood Tigers. And along with it, we'll have Russ Eisenhart doing some comments and stats, and I'll be on sound and color. Camera tonight is being done by Ken Dow. Stan, would you like to comment a little bit on tonight's game? We got just a second here. We're about ready for kickoff.
Okay, Dennis, I think the Bears coming in 3-0, the Tigers coming in 0-3, but no common opponents. It's real important with the for the Maywood Tigers kicking off that they have a good defensive series to start with. They played good, strong football the first part of each game that they played, and had a little mental letdown, and have kind of.
Okay, Stan, here we go. We got the kickoff. Looks like number 28's got it. Juking down the center of the field there. He picks up a couple down the middle there, Stan.
Number 28. Lauren Wagner on the return.
Okay, we'll have first down on the 25-yard line. Bears come out. Balance line, power I. Tigers in a 33 stack defense. Tailback goes in motion. Roll out, hit at the line of scrimmage, and brought down after a 6-yard gain in there.
Scott Prop, the quarterback here.
Scott Prop for 6 yards. Frink on the tackle.
Russ, have you had the opportunity to see him play this year, Culbertson Bears?
Culbertson is averaging over 40 points a game, and they're a physical team. Maybe not great speed, but they're great hitters, and they've moved the ball real well the first 3 games.
Give to the tailback up the middle for good yardage.
Marlon Weir on a good run. First down.
First down coverage, tackling there by 88. Brott.
Tackled by Marlon Brett.
Brott, number 88, by the way, Dennis, is a foreign exchange student from Denmark. He had never seen a football game, American football game, until he came to the States, and here he is starting on defense for the Tigers.
Outstanding. I'd like to see that.
High formation, tailback goes in motion. Long count, give to the fullback. He's stopped in there.
Phil Thorne straight ahead for a yard.
Stuffed up in there by Al Miller and Bruce Hopkins, interior of the Tiger defensive line.
And Berryman.
Looks like Maywood might have had that one snuffed out just a little bit.
Just a quick hitter to the fullback up the middle. Nets 1 yard. We have a second down and 9 facing the Bears at the 36-yard line, we'll call it. Give to the tailback, second back through.
Marlon Weir carried for about 5 yards off tackle.
Tackle in there by Pat Wood. Bring up about a third and let's call it 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Just across midfield at the Tiger 39-yard line. Tiger staying their 33 stack defense. Bears come out. Prop sets him down. Give again to the tailback. He's
Prop on a rollout. He looks like he's gone. Cuts.
Beautiful fake in there by quarterback Prop. Clear down inside.
Picked up about 26 on that run.
Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. First down. Tackle in there was by 33, Rocky Owens. Had to be faked out, Rusty. Good execution in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a nice rollout.
Prop brings him up. Tailback's in motion. Give it to the fullback. Bounces outside. Breaks one tackle and brought down about the 5-yard line. Gain of 8 yards. Tackle in there by Brott.
Pick up a 6, brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's call that a gain of 6.
6
Excuse
yards.
me. On about the 8-yard line, we'll call it. Bears knocking early. Tailback in motion. Roll out by Prop, rolls up, and he is close. He's in there. Touchdown from 7 yards out. Scott Prop, the quarterback. Bears take the lead with 8:30 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 with a PAT to follow. Excellent drive executed by the Bears. No penalties, no mistakes. And the big play on the drive, Rusty, was the quarterback bootleg around the left side for a big gain and set up the Bears' early touchdown.
Notice they've made, they're using this in motion here several times on this drive.
Okay, we have seven-man line, unbalanced to the right. Prop rolls and is stuffed short, I believe.
Well, they say he got in, Stan.
Let's see. One signal he didn't, and 2 signal he did. I guess.
We'll have to read the scoreboard, I guess.
Yeah, I think his forward momentum carried him in the end zone, Stan.
Okay. That was a strange offensive set, gentlemen. I've never seen that one before. A 7-man line, quarterback just rolled up behind the strong side and stuffed her in the end zone.
That's a new one for the playbook.
Yes, it is. Chris Yoakum will kick off for the Bears. Back deep for Maywood is Kevin Frink and Clint Hosick. Frink 13, Hosick 11.
Frink and Hosick back to receive.
It's a short kick. Coming to Hosey, picks it up about the 12. Reverses field, it's got some room over here. Cuts back in and is finally drug out of bounds about the 34-yard
number
line.
88 forced him out, Stan.
We got a hanky on the floor, too, Stan.
A flag on the play. I think it might be a late hit over here. Maybe they'll tack on 15 more, I believe. Let's see what it is. Face mask. Costs 15 more. The Tigers will get the ball in good field position in Bear territory for their first possession. Excellent run back by Clint Hosiek. He broke up the middle. It looked like a middle return, found the wedge, and then broke to the outside for a good return, Rusty. Ball's being marched off to the Bear 31-yard line.
Maywood will be starting in great field position after the extra yardage tacked on there at the end of the play.
Okay, we'll see what the Tiger offense can do after that quick score by the Bear offense. Tigers with good field position, come out in an I. Hosiek at tailback, Fota at fullback. Brink sets him down. Give to the tailback for short yardage in there.
Joe
Hosiek.
Kochwar in on the tackle for Culbertson, number 75.
Hosiek will give him 1 yard. Into the ball game at fullback comes sophomore Rocky Owens. Tigers come out in a split back formation this time. Pitch back to Owens, and he's stuffed in there for a loss.
Several tacklers there. The outside containment was excellent on that play. They jammed it up right at the line of scrimmage.
Excellent flow by the Bear defense as Coach Morford of the Tigers shuffles in plays with the backs. Fota returns.
Stan, Maywood's in maybe their first passing situation. Have they done a lot of throwing this year?
Yeah, they have done quite a bit with some success. At times, the Tiger quarterback Frank has been pressured quite a bit. And he's back to throw. He's being pressured. He throws in there. It's intercepted.
By Malleck, number 32.
He returns it back to the original line of scrimmage, where the Bears will maintain possession. Excellent pass coverage, excellent pressure by the Bear defense there, and there just wasn't much room to thread that ball in there, and it was picked off. Excellent coverage by Ware.
This is Phil Thorne on a little counter play. Looks like he picked up about 9 yards.
Tackled in there by Owens. Brings up a second and short.
On the tackle. Pick up of 8, brings up second and 2.
Second down 2, right, the ball resting right at midfield. The Bears have dominated the first quarter. Come out in the eye. Unbalanced line, tailback in motion this side. Quarterback rolls out. He picks the hole and is crossed for the first
Scott
down.
Prop there, cutting in for about 4 yards. It'll give the Bears a first down.
On the tackle was Pat Wood. And Bears have first down at the Tiger 36-yard line. We're seeing a lot of different sets, motion out of that I formation, unbalanced line, I, a lot of different things by the Bear offense so far. Tiger defense is in a 42. Fumble
Last
on the
ball.
play, and it's covered in there by Randy Miller, number 65 by the Tigers at midfield.
Between the center and the quarterback, our quarterback never did get a hold of it, so Maywood will take over right at the mid-stripe.
Yeah, it looked like that ball just kind of flipped up in the air.
Sure
and there,
did.
and he couldn't get a hold of it. Couldn't get a handle that time.
Okay. Maywood on their second possession. Again, takes over with good field position. I formation. Frink sets him down. Tailback in motion for the Tigers. Give up the middle by the fullback. He's got a little bit of running room and then trapped in. He's still on his feet and finally driven out of bounds.
Joe Kochwar had the original hit there, but he was joined by Marlon Weir and a couple other of the Bears.
It looked like
I believe Lauren Wagner was in there too.
Looked like there was a big hole there for a minute, and they closed it up in a hurry. But closed up by Kochwar, a gain of only 1. Tigers face a 2nd and 9 just across midfield at the 39-yard line.
Culbertson in there hanging pretty tough on their defense there, Stan. It looks like Maywood's unable to penetrate at this point in the game.
Excellent flow by those linebackers. Frink's back to throw. He's got some protection this time. Now they're chasing him deep. Throws for Hosick, and it's completed for no gain. Oh, he breaks loose. He's out in the open. He's crossing midfield. He's finally going to be run down by 32 Weir after a...
Lauren Wagner made the original hit, and I think Lauren was waiting for a whistle or something on that stand because he stood him up there for a couple counts, but he got away.
Yes, he did. Excellent. Hosick is an excellent athlete and has a lot of upper body strength, and I think it showed up there.
Yep.
As the gain was a 15-yard gain down to the Bear 25-yard line. Little crossbuck action and breaking into the open.
That was good ball handling by your quarterback on that play.
Breaking into the open was John Votaw. Picked up, let's call it a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. And a little crossbuck and pulled the linebacker out and had a little bit of a hole there. But again, closed up well by the Bear defense quickly. Tigers facing 2nd and 4. Flag goes down.
Flag on the play.
And I believe it's illegal equipment on Culbertson. Will cost him 5 yards, delay of game penalty.
Take it close to the first down.
It will be awful close to that first down marker. I believe it will be. Well, maybe it won't. They might have to measure this.
5-yard penalty again. Culbertson brings up 2nd, and
I believe they are going to measure it, Rusty.
that's for measurement.
Well, this isn't a TV timeout, but we'll take this opportunity to do a little talking here. This is Davis penetration. Maywood has the score now 8-0. We'll see what Maywood can do here. Did they give him the first down? I believe they did.
Yeah. First down for Maywood. Split backfield set this time. Frink sets him down. Flags go down as Klosik still on his feet, fighting for yardage, and finally brought down by the whole Bear defense after a 5-yard gain.
Our linebacker, Marlon Weir, faked a little stunt there. I don't know if that, if he got too far across to the Maywood line jumped a little bit at that time.
I
Stan.
believe it's the against Maywood. Yes. Motion penalty against Maywood. Cost Maywood 5 yards after a nice gain by Hosick. And again, I think you can tell Hosick having good balance, good upper body strength, showed up on that carry also.
So we're back to where we were a couple plays ago, Stan. The 1st and 15 for Maywood.
1st and 15. Ball resting right on the 20-yard line. Bear defense showing a 5-man line. 51 defense. 32 Ware playing the middle backer. Frink is back to throw. He's got a man open. He's
got some time.
Going to throw her deep into the end zone. Look for Henry. No, I think we got an interference play in the end zone. Pass interference on number 28.
Lauren Wagner.
Lauren Wagner, I believe, will be the call. Don't you, Rusty?
Yeah, I think so, Stan. Your quarterback had a lot of time to get rid of it there, and that's a big, tall receiver down there. It was kind of tough for Lauren to get up there with the ball.
Yes, well, if he had to jump with him, he would have been in trouble because that kid has, Dale Henry has high jumped 6'5", so he's a good leaper. Okay, will be marched off against the Bears. Will be a first down, I believe, even though the yardage isn't first down. Be a first down right resting on the 10-yard line. I don't think that they can get a first down. No, they won't be able to. It's just inside the 10-yard. So it'll be first and goal from the 10. That is the toughest place to have a first and goal situation.
Sometimes you have to back up and get a little room so you take a run at it, Stan.
We'll see what happens with the Tiger offense. Split back. Give to Hosey. He dances around back there and is met in there hard.
In there.
It looked like a little delay action play in the backfield.
We have Chad Holst, number 64.
Number 20.
Scott Prop, 21. He also in on the tackle.
Okay. Hosey picked up, let's call it about 1 yard. Split back formation for the Tigers. Bears in 51 defense. Roll out by
play action.
Oh, wide open in the middle. Touchdown, Maywood Tigers to the...
Stan, that was set up by a nice play action move by the quarterback, Frank.
It was a play action to John Votaw. He circled out of the backfield into the middle and was wide open as he split the Bear defense. Both ends took the defensive backs to the sidelines. Votaw was wide open in the middle for the touchdown with 2:43 left in the first quarter. It's Culbertson 8, Maywood 6 with the PAT try by Martin Brott to come up.
Maywood apparently going to settle for... Well, they're faking it.
Oh,
it's no good.
The little delay across the middle is incomplete. 2:43 left first quarter. Culbertson 8, Maywood 6.
Early here in the game, we have a score by both teams, so both of them getting the ball and driving down the field and scoring. We could have quite an evening here.
Yes. A few flags on both sides there. I think they kind of countered each other out, though, except for the interference penalty. Of course, that was a costly one.
Yes, it was. And I think that, from what I've seen of the Tiger offense this season, I think that was their best drive. They mixed pass and run in there and had a good drive in there and a tough Bear defense. Kick is deep to Wagner in the end zone, and it's a touchback. Kickoff was by Martin Brott.
That's your exchange student there, huh?
That's a
lot of foot in that one.
Yes, he's a good kicker. Old soccer kicker. You know how they go.
That's a little bit different, cooking that.
Of course, in high school, they don't have an option on running that out. I believe they're forced to, if it crosses the end zone line, it automatically comes out.
That's exactly right, Rusty. And once it crosses the end zone, it's automatic touchback. Okay, Bear offense will start from the 15-yard line. Coming out in
Bill Thorne and Marlon Weir are the two running backs for the Bears.
Drop sets him down.
Hand off to Phil Thorne.
Pitch out there.
Good faking back to
he's
Marlon Weir.
Loss.
Faked me, but it didn't fake the Maywood team on that one.
Okay.
From this angle, it's kind of hard to see where it was going.
Frank Thayer was on the tackle. There was an option play. Rode the fullback in, an option between the quarterback and tailback. Pitch went out to the tailback Weir, and he was tackled for a 2-yard loss, so it'll be 2nd and 12 at the Bear 13. Maywood in the 41 defense. And cross-buck motion, and he's hit down there for about a 3-yard gain. That was reverse, I guess.
Yes, that was a reverse to number 81, Troy Rippon.
Rippon carrying the ball. Hosey made the tackle.
Coach Ferguson of Culbertson is now forced into a passing situation of his own, but he's deep in his own territory, so we'll see what they call here.
Okay. About the first passing situation we've seen for the Bears. They come out in an eye. Prop rolls out. Looks like he's going to run it, and he is. Fumbles in there. And let's see who has it. It's recovered by
Marlon Weir. Good head up, or was it? Maybe Scott got his own fumble there.
Okay, but it's short of the first down by about 4 yards. Brings up a punting situation for the Bears. Deep for Frink, or deep for Maywood is Frink. Number 80, Chris Yoakum for the Bears to do the punting. Snap is back. It's low snap. Bounces,
handles it well.
It's close in there. Short, high punt coming to this side. It takes a Bear bounce and out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
31-yard line. Maywood will take over first and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
About a 17-yard punt, Rusty. No return, however, and be the Tigers' ball.
That was a good high punt. It wasn't a long one. It was a big high punt, so they couldn't set up any kind of return on that thing.
Chris was under a lot of pressure when he punted that thing by number 40, Bruce Hopkins, was in there in a hurry. Alan Miller over the ball for the Tigers. Tailback goes in motion. Give to Votaw up the middle for short yardage.
Joe Kochwar and Marlon Weir teamed up on that one.
Stacked in there quickly is John Votaw. We'll call it a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, just short of the 34-yard line of the Tigers, their own 34. Bears 5-1 defense. Give crossback to Hosey's in trouble back here. Excellent.
Yeah, it's a nice play out here by Sean Keeney at this right defensive end for the Bears. Contained it well.
Okay, excellent play by the defensive end on this side, Kinney. And it'll bring up a 3-yard loss, bring up 3rd and 10 as the quarter ends with Culbertson 8, Maywood 6. An excellent first quarter by both ball clubs. Rusty?
Both clubs had lengthy drives there to score, the only difference being the failed conversion by Maywood at this time.
Okay.
Ball resting on the 31-yard line, 3rd and 10.
Maywood will open the second quarter in possession of the football with a definite passing situation. We might look for draw or screen action here, Rusty, as the Bears, for the most part, have been putting a lot of pressure on the Maywood quarterback, Kevin Frink.
I noticed they've dropped one man back off to the 4-man front this time, Stan.
Yes, it is.
Anticipating a pass.
It is, and he's in trouble back there. He drops the football, and it's picked up by Culbertson, I believe.
I think maybe Maywood retained it.
Oh, number 87, Henry recovers fumble.
Culbertson was thinking in terms of running that in, I think, Stan, and if they'd have fallen on it, I think they would have regained the ball there.
Yes, I believe so.
So rather than a Culbertson first down, we've got Maywood in a punting situation.
4th in the next time zone, huh?
Brought the punt. Gets the punt away. It's a high, wobbly one. And it's going to be a good return. He breaks out in the open there and finally drugged down by Pat Wood across the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Chris Henry has had a couple long runs for the Bears this year. Very quick.
Excellent punt return by Chris Henry as he takes the ball back inside the 29-yard line. Let's call that a return of 25 yards. Puts the Bear offense in good field position. 41 defense being shown by Crossbuck in the backfield, and good yardage
Good strong
in there.
running by Marlon Weir. Picked up 6 or so. Culbertson stays with the same starting backfield of Phil Thorne at fullback and Marlon Weir at the tailback position. Scott Propp at quarterback.
Wood and Votaw in on the, Wood and Frink in on the tackle there. Gain of 6. We'll call it 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Bears come out in the eye again. Crossbuck motion, and there's another big hole through there. Running hard is Ware down across down to about the 15-yard line. Be a first down.
Stan, that was basically the same play, just the other side. Fake to the fullback on one side, and then a crossbuck across the other side by the tailback.
Yes, the Maywood linebackers were flowing and took the first fake and left the big hole in there. Bear offense, again in the eye. Pitch to the tailback. He's got some room around on that right side. He's hit in there and not brought down by 15th Thayer. Weir knocks it up in there to about the 10-yard line. Let's call it a gain of about 5. Second down and 5, and the Bears are knocking again early in this second quarter. Prop brings him up over the ball. Sets him down. Give to the, tailback, yes, up the middle for good yardage, down to about the 6. Stacked up in there by Randy Miller, Kevin Frink, and Mike Thayer.
That's good deception in the backfield that time, Stan. You could barely tell when he handed it off.
Yes, that's true. It was excellent deception. Bears are executing well. Pitch to the tailback. He's being chased, and he's going to be drugged down about the 4-yard line. Excellent pursuit by the Maywood defense. Thayer and Frink.
We might note here that the quarterback, Scott Prop, has played in the other 2 years, his freshman and sophomore year, and so when you're remarking about his deception, Coach Ferguson's very happy with the way he's made the transition to quarterback this year.
He certainly has. He certainly has. He runs the ball club well. That was enough for a first down. We got a 1st and goal at the 5. Give to the tailback up the middle, and he's in there to score.
Marlon Weir,
Marlon Weir
for a touchdown. Just very nice line play by the left side of the Culbertson line that time.
Just an ISO play right up the middle, and the fullback, Rusty.
That was the tailback, Marlon Weir, I believe.
Who was the fullback on that play?
Bill Thorne, yes.
Bill Thorne had a nice block in there. Open up the hole. That score comes with 9:19 left in the first half. And the Bears are setting up for a placement. Attempting the place kick is number 80, Yoakum. Snaps bat, spots down, and the kick is up, and it's good.
Good snap, good placement, and a good kick.
Yes, it was.
Chris Yoakum, the placement man for Culbertson,
moves
runs our score to 15-6.
15-6 with 9:19 to go. Excellent drive by the Bears as they marched right down the field after a good punt return. The score actually being set up by an excellent punt return by Yoakum. Or
Chris Henry on the punt return.
Chris Henry, excuse me.
Not a pass throw, and the Culbertson line did a good job, and a good job of handling the ball by the quarterback and carrying it by the Culbertson running backs.
Excellent execution in the backfield by the Bears.
Chris Yoakum back to kick.
It's a high kick coming to Hosick's side. He picks it up on the bounce. Reversing field. And is in trouble back there and buried. Short return of about 4 yards.
Todd Rippon, one of the tacklers in there, along with his twin brother Troy.
Put the rip and double whammy on
it. Right. Chris Henry, number 39, was also in on the play. Good coverage by Culbertson.
And then Maywood will take over at their own 14-yard line, 1st down and 10. Split back formation by the Tigers. Oh.
Little confusion there, Stan.
Yes, it looked like the Frink was audibling there, and someone mistook the audible for the count and went. And it'll cost the Tiger offense 5 yards, moving it back to the 9-yard line, be 1st and 15. Puts the Tiger offense in a real hole here, and if the Bear defense can hold here, they're liable to get the ball back in good field position. Tigers come out, split back formation. Bears in 4-3 defense. Frink back to throw from his own end zone. Circling out here, it's intercepted
by Marlon Weir.
And he's going to take it in for the score.
I think Marlon kind of laid back and saw that one coming, Stan.
Yes, he did. Played
nice
it excellently.
catch and a nice return.
There's a Tiger defender down on the field.
9-yard line for the
I can't get the number. I think it might be number 13, Frink, but I'm not sure. That score comes with 8:31 left to go in the second quarter.
Maywood, man on
Interesting thing here, Stan, specialty teams being so important. The last Culbertson touchdown was set up on a punt return, and here we've had good kick coverage by Culbertson, put Maywood at a disadvantage right from the start here, and they were forced to gamble a little bit down in their own territory, deep in their own territory.
Yes, they were, and that's an excellent observation, Rusty. The kicking game of the Bears, meaning both the return yardage and the kick coverage, was responsible for the last two scores. Kevin Frink is now getting up. He looks to be all right. He's kind of holding his nose. He might have taken a shot.
13,
and hopefully we'll see him back in the ball game, as, again, Yoakum will try the placement out of the hold of prop for the extra point.
Point after.
Snap is back. It's low. It's bobbled. Yoakum picks it up, and he's going to loft it towards the end zone, and it is going to be broken up in there by number 60, Pat Wood. Brings the score to Culbertson 21, Maywood 6.
Score remains Culbertson 21, Maywood 6.
Two quick scores by the Culbertson Bears have tested the Maywood Tigers now, and it will be interesting to see how they come out here on offense on this next possession.
Yes, at the end of the first quarter, things were pretty even, but they've changed pretty fast in the last couple of minutes.
They sure have. Okay, again, Yoakum set the kick. Back deep is Hosey Thayer for the Tigers. Kick is a high, deep kick coming to Hosiek on the 10. He's coming this way, and he reverses his field and is brought down at the
Number
20-yard
53,
line.
Todd Rippon, one of the tacklers in there again on kick coverage, doing a good job on kick coverage, and his twin brother Troy again was on the coverage, 81.
Excellent coverage again.
Maywood takes over 1st and 10.
Maywood calls timeout. Let's see. I was trying to see if Frink is not in the ball game. Maywood has a slight problem with depth at the quarterback position. The second and third string quarterbacks are not available for play tonight, so that means that probably number 11, Clint Hosiek, will have to move from tailback to quarterback for the Tigers. And I'm sure Coach Morford called that timeout to help straighten things out and help his Tiger offense maybe gain back some confidence here. So hopefully we'll see Frink back in the ball game. Now I think we'll see Hosiek at the controls. In the backfield now is Thayer and Bota. Hosiek is at quarterback. Bears in a 43 defense. Hosiek on an option.
Very nice penetration by Todd Rippon there.
Todd Rippon on the stop.
Maywood guard pulled out, and he just
followed him right through the hole.
There is a flag on the play, and I believe it's on the Tiger offense as they're talking to a Bear captain. I'm sure it'll be refused. A loss of 5 yards on the play by Hosiek, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 15 if the penalty is refused.
This quarterback transitions in the middle of the game can sometimes contribute to things like that.
It's very difficult, especially when one has to move a tailback to quarterback after he's been practicing at tailback all the time.
Yeah.
It's even that much harder. But Clint Hosiek is an excellent athlete. He sets him down. Reverse to Henry, and he's not going to get much up there as he's stuffed by number 88.
Number 88 is
Sean Kinney.
Right, Sean Kinney, who's been in on several key tackles tonight.
We'll call it
Sean had a lot of help there, Stan, but I can't get all their names. There's 3 or 4 Bears involved in the tackle.
Yes, he was. The Bears were not fooled by the reverse, and Henry was stopped in there for no gain. Brings up a 3rd down, 15 yards to go.
All the Bears had a Tiger by the tail that time, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Split back by the Tiger. Pitch back to Thayer. Looks like he's trying to throw. He throws a high duck up area. So he's caught in there by Randy Miller. And I think we're going to have another interference
yes,
play.
That one was... there wasn't much question about that one, Stan.
I don't think so.
I think that it wasn't so much intentional by any means as it was the ball kind of died on them, and they were all standing under it, and some Bears fell into the Maywood receiver.
Yes, well, and that will be a 1st down for the Tigers.
Looks like pass interference again, Culbertson.
The pass itself was about a 11-yard gain, but it would be short of the 1st down, so the penalty will be accepted. Pass interference also carries with it an automatic 1st down. Ball resting just across the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 31. Maywood Tiger 1st down.
30-yard line.
Hosey brings him out. Split backfield. Hosey's back to throw. Throws out here for Henry. Makes the reception for about a 5-yard gain.
Good tackle by Chris Yoakum coming up from his safety position for the Bears.
Excellent coverage in there by
pickup of about 4.5 or 5.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Henry on the reception.
Hosey coming into the game there is doing pretty good in that position, Stan, and completing some of them cap passes over there on that short out underneath there.
Yes, he's like I said, he's a very versatile athlete. There he is, breaking outside the Bear defense, and he's going to run in there down close to the 1st down.
Run out of bounds by Lauren Wagner and a couple other Bears.
And it's going to be real close for the 1st down. Pick
Sean
up
Keeney
about
also
6
in
on
on
the
that.
play.
Brings up about 3rd and 1.
Chris Yoakum, I believe.
Call it 3rd down run. That was 3rd down run. 3rd down and 1. Let's try it. That's just a rollout by Hosey.
Well, your substitute quarterback's done a good job, Stan. They've made a couple 1st downs here since he replaced your starter.
Yes, he has. He's come in here and done a fine job.
I see the starting quarterback, Frink, is up on the sideline, so maybe he'll be in a position to come in after a while.
Yes, he is. We see him standing down there, so hopefully we'll see him later in the ball game. Tailback's motion, give in there to Thayer, and he's got
good tackle by Marlon Weir.
Just enough for the 1st down, I believe. We'll call it a gain of 1.
Yoakum on the tackle. Athletics for the 1st down.
1st down at the Bear, just inside the Bear territory at the 39-yard line. Into the game comes Randy Miller, replacing Rocky Owens at left end position. Shuffling in the plays for Coach Morford. Bears showing a 4-2 defense.
You got a little
I think that was
motion problem there.
Pass
out to the flat here was completed, but for about no gain. But there was a flag before the play even got
John
started.
Votow, man in motion, was coming towards the line of scrimmage. The snap of the ball was the call on that play. And
a few hundred miles north they can do that, but they can't do that here.
Yeah, right. This isn't Canadian 8-man football, huh? Pass was from Hosey tooth there was complete, but there was a loss on the play of 2 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Tigers. Jose crossbuck, and it's fumbled
Lost
in
the
there
ball.
by Thayer, and Bears are on the ball. Coming up with it is number 81.
Troy Rippon, number 81, making the recovery. The Bears kind of had that play stopped up right at the start, and I think the handoff, he was already getting hit when that handoff was made.
Yes, he was. And Mike Thayer for the Tigers coughed it up on the crossbuck, and they'll bring up Bear ball just inside the Tiger territory. Give to the tailback, and he drives in there for big yardage.
Marlon Weir again on a nice carry.
Marlon Weir running tough.
Nice job of blocking up in front by Phil Thorne.
Led in there tough by his fullback. Randy Miller for the Tigers was the man on the tackle. Gain of 7, let's call it. Bring up 2nd and 3 at the Tiger 31-yard line. The Bear offensive line starting to assert itself here a little bit, Rusty, as we have a Bear timeout.
Yes, we've had the offensive lines, as you said, begin to assert itself, and we've had pretty crisp ball handling by the quarterbacks and the running back, or the quarterback Scott Propp and the running backs. Their exchanges have been excellent here since the middle of the first quarter.
Yes. Well, surprisingly enough, both offenses have been able to move the ball. Probably the difference in the ball game at this point is that Maywood mistakes have stopped some of their drives, whereas the Bears have capitalized on those mistakes.
The Bears, as I said earlier, are averaging over 40 points a game, and they've had some long scores, but generally this is pretty characteristic. They get the ball and they execute well and block well and take it down the field, and their offense has done a real fine job on these first 3 games.
Yes, it has. It's an excellent Bear team. Dennis?
They haven't, Culbertson hasn't done any passing. I guess they haven't been in the position where they had to pass very much.
Scott Propp, you know, as I said earlier, this is his first year at quarterback, and when they, up to this point, Coach Ferguson hasn't felt they needed a pass, but he's had several touchdown passes and can throw the ball well.
I formation. Propp sets him down. Crossbuck gives to his tailback, and he's got more good yardage for first down yardage in there. Tackled by Frink, who's back in the ball game, and Miller.
Well, that play's been working great for him, Stan, and I guess they're just, until somebody stops it, they're going to keep running it. Little scissors or crossbuck or whatever you want to call it, a fake to the fullback off one side and a hand off to the tailback coming across behind him.
Number 80, a freshman, Troy Berryman, is in at defensive tackle for the Tigers. Equipment, illegal delay of the game. Equipment, oh no, it's offside, excuse me. 5 yards on one of the Maywood Tiger linemen. He lined up offsides, bring up first down and 5 as the Bears have the ball now resting on the Tiger 22-yard line. Berryman is a 5'10", 175-pound ninth grader. There's play action pass. Propp throws it wide open, and the receiver falls
slipped,
down.
Troy Rippon slipped down, or I think he would have had 6 points there. The ball was right on target, and Troy had got behind his man, but lost his footing.
Yes, it was. And with a first down and 5,
put them in a gambling position where they could try something like that.
Exactly right. It was kind of a waste down. They still have second down and only 5 yards to go, so it was a good call, good gamble by Coach Ferguson. Again, play action. Propp back to throw, and he's got a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown
to Troy Rippon.
That's Rippon this
Very
time.
nice throw, a nice reception for the touchdown. Scott Propp apparently heard you wondering if he could throw the ball here, Stan. Since you asked that question, he's come out throwing.
I didn't ask it. Dennis did. That was his stupid question.
Excellent throwing in there anyway, and good reception.
21-yard touchdown pass from
Scott Propp to Troy Rippon.
On to do the place kicking is
Chris Yoakum is
Chris
kicking.
Yoakum, and this
He
one
sure got the
is
distance.
off
but it's off to the right.
Score came with 4:02 left in the second quarter, bringing the score to Culbertson 27, Maywood 6. Excellent offensive series by the Bears. Looked like they came back with the very same play, very same pass pattern, play action pass, and this time connected for the 6. And just as soon as Dennis mentioned that they hadn't had to throw, they throw for 6. So here we go. Back deep is Hosick and Frink. Kicking off is
That's Chris Yoakum again doing the kicking, Stan.
Chris Yoakum kicking.
Approaches the ball. It's a high kick coming down about the 7-yard line to Hosick. He's coming up this side looking for a hole, and again, good coverage in there as he crosses the 20 to about the 21.
Hosick looks like a good runner if he get a hole there sometime, Stan. He has good quickness and good moves, but the hole closed up fast.
Yes, it did. And it's tribute to the Bear defense. Yes, Hosick is a good runner. He's got good speed and good, as I mentioned before, good upper body strength, and is an excellent ball carrier if he ever gets out in the open. Okay, Tiger ball, 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Frink is back in. And Frink turned around, saw that his left halfback, John Vota, I believe, had an equipment problem. I think it was a chin shaft was unsnapped, and wisely called timeout. So heady non-play by quarterback Kevin Frink as he saved the Tigers 5 yards there. And that timeout comes with 3:34 left in the first half. The Bear defense tonight, Rusty, has been one that bent but really hasn't broken. And, of course, they are responsible for one of the Bear scores tonight. So, all in all, it has been an excellent showing by the Bear defense.
Culbertson defense has been very physical all year long. They got good hitters there and pretty good speed at the defensive positions. And as you said, in their other games, they may give up a few yards or give up 1 or 2 along the line, but generally speaking, they're a very aggressive, physical defense.
Excellent size in there, especially at middle linebacker. I think that's the biggest middle linebacker I've ever seen, 75, Joe Kochwar. He's a 210-pound
And Joe's very agile
junior.
at that 210
Yes, he
pounds.
is. Playing an excellent ball game so far. Frink back to throw, slow swing pass to Hosick. He drops it, but there was coverage right there on the play.
And he did drop the ball, but I don't know if it would have made a lot of difference yardage.
Prop was right there to wrap him up, and brings up a 2nd down and 10. Bears staying in the 43 defense. Basically, they were playing those 2 outside backers off as cornerbacks and letting Big Joe Kochwar kind of handle
Right. It's difficult to read that defense because they'll stand people off or walk people off and kind of switch it in the middle of the play, so to speak. Another pass out here in the flat. Coverage by Lauren Wagner. The pass was a little short.
Pass was a little short.
Lauren's giving away all those inches or feet or whatever to that receiver again there, but the pass was out of his reach.
Pass intended for Dale Henry, and Kevin Frink was a little upset with himself. I saw him slap himself on his knee pad, or thigh pad, and I know what he's saying to himself because when I was coaching the Tigers, we said it too. And he threw that one sidearm, and they go wide. But Kevin usually is a good, accurate passer. He just that one got away from him. Okay, Vota goes in motion. Frink's back to throw. He's under a lot of pressure. He's scrambling back there. He's got some room, and he's going to throw it deep and incomplete, intended for Vota. The pass was there. Excellent run pass by Kevin Frink. The ball was there.
We had 2 receivers and 2 defenders, and everything just kind of ganged up too much in that part of the field, but he threw the ball well.
Excellent job by the Maywood quarterback scrambling, and also by the Bear defense. And we have brought back to punt. Phoenix Exchange student gets a low driving punt, and it's
Chris
fielded
Henry
by Henry, and he picks it up and reverses field and is finally being drugged down there. No, the ball's loose, but he's tackled in there by Hosiek on the return.
Again, a good return, good quickness by the Culbertson punt return man, Chris Henry.
Excellent. I thought for a second there that his knee was
I
gonna
did
touch
too,
the ground, but he was able to
but,
maintain his balance and get the return.
It got close, let's put it that way.
Yes, it did.
That's about a 23-yard return there, a real good return.
3:06 left in the half. Unbalanced line by the Bears. Wing back reverse, and he's tackling there. Good play by Randy Miller as he read the reverse. A short gain in there by 1 yard.
Ware.
That's Ware, who set up at the wing back position off an unbalanced line. And his little inside reverse action, but the Maywood defense stayed home. Again, same formation, and a fake
And they
this time,
fake off
and
of
there
that. Prop's
goes
rolling.
Prop. He's in the open, and he's down.
Nice
to
job
the
of faking
11-yard
and
line.
running. Very nice run.
Frink in on the tackle. That play was set up by the
Yes, it
previous
sure was.
wing back reverse play. They faked the reverse this time, and quarterback Prop just kept it and rolled down for a first down on about the 11, let's call it. Flag goes up.
Flag on the play.
See what we have. Looks like the Bears are marching backwards. Could have been an encroachment lining up in the neutral zone. Illegal procedure.
That last play of the Bears there kind of looked like, reminded me of Nebraska just a little bit.
5 yards penalty against the Bears.
Yes.
Running that inside reverse, yeah.
Motion.
Quarterback keeping it rolling out,
Brings up
picking up some good yardage.
1st and 15.
Okay, here comes the Bears. They're in the balanced eye this time. Prop back to throw. He's got some pressure on him, and he throws out there and is complete,
Let's see,
I believe. Number 85.
Rick Dahlgren. Rick Dahlgren, the receiver there. He's about as tall as your receiver there, junior. I think Rick goes 6'2" or 3.
Pick up a 4 yards on the play. We'll call it second and about, let's call it 12. Pick up a 3 on the pass play. Prop sets him down. He's back to throw off a play action. He's under a big rush, and they got him back there. In first was number 85, Roland Miller, and number 60, Pat Wood.
I think Coach Ferguson's going to take a timeout to think about this one a little bit, Stan. Puts him in a long yardage situation.
There's 2 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the first half. Score now standing at 27, Culbertson, 6 for the Maywood Tigers.
Dennis remarked about those quarterbacks running, and I think most of the fans and coaches they just want them to get up every time after one of those things. That's the main thing they're thinking about.
You bet. A quarterback is unreplaceable at anybody's ball club.
We see the influence of college football, I think, more and more, Rusty, on high school football. We have a lot more options being run, option offenses in high school. And I think it's basically an influence of college football. What
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, there's probably nothing more difficult if you have the guys to run a great or a good option offense, and it takes that. It all starts with the quarterback, though, and if it takes one with good abilities and good confidence to make an option play work.
Excellent. Unbalanced line. Props back to throw.
Yeah, they
He's
went out a
looking,
little
he's under
shotgun
pressure,
type
and
of
he's off
offense
the
there.
sidelines. The ball's throwing up, and it's batted away.
It was
Excellent
a good,
defensive.
good throw and good defense. That was the first time we've seen Culbertson set up in a shotgun or a short punt type of offense tonight. So this brings them in a 4th down and long yardage situation, which I'm sure will be another pass into the end zone under these circumstances.
I'm sure it will be. Kevin Frink broke up the pass, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent defensive play by Kevin. And the Bears are faced with 4th down on their own 15-yard line. They would have to go to about the 2. They could get a first down without scoring. Props back to throw. under some pressure now. He's scrambling. Wood's got him, and he's going to be sacked back here.
Good pressure by the Maywood defense there. Ball goes over to Maywood on a good defensive stand.
Good defensive series, and that should help fire up the Tigers.
Yes, it should. They would have been definitely against the wall if Culbertson would have gotten in on that one.
That is Pat Wood's second sack of the game, and his second sack in the same series there, as Pat really stiffened up and helped the Tigers keep the Bears out of the end zone there. Okay, 1:40 and the clock running in the first half. Tigers got the ball in their own 24-yard line. Tailback in motion. Give to the fullback for very short
excellent
yardage.
hit there by Joe Kochwar and Chris Henry. Good tackling by the Culbertson defense.
You bet. Short yardage gained in there by Votaw. We'll call it a gain of 1. And bring up a 2nd and 9. You saw tailback Hosey go in motion. I think we might see him at some time or another out of that I formation, go in motion and take off on that fly pattern again.
Right.
Frink is back to throw. He's under a lot of pressure, and he's going to be sacked back there.
Very hard hit there. Sean Keeney had a hold of him, and then Todd Rippon delivered a hard blow to knock him down.
Finishing blow on him. The Bears call timeout as now they have the Tigers in a deep
3rd and long with 44 seconds. They'd like to see him be forced to kick this ball and run a couple plays of their own.
I'm sure that's the thought of Coach Ferguson as he took that timeout with 44 seconds left, and at this point I'm sure the Tigers are concerned about their field position, and then probably also concerned that maybe the Bears will try a punt block here.
Would you quick kick this one, Stan? Would this be the time to do that, or you want to keep the ball and keep it away from the Bears for a while, or as long as you can?
I think I would make the Bears spend their last time out if it was me, but we will see.
Well, they wouldn't be able, if you quick kicked it on a 3rd down here, they wouldn't be so apt to try to block the punt on the next down, so we'll have to see what happens.
That's true. But the Bear defensive line has been pressuring the Tiger quarterbacks all night, and I tell you can tell if it's going to be a quick kick if there's a tailback setting extra deep, and I don't see that being the case.
I think
here.
they've chosen to use as much time as they can here, probably.
Okay, I believe they have. Just a quarterback sneak, and there goes Hosey.
Yes.
He's out in the open, and he is drugged down.
Fading
after
tackle.
a big
I
gain.
think they may feel that Chris got his mask.
Yeah.
They add something to that. So
it's a mask, and it'll be a first down Tigers.
Yes, it would be. Good quickness there.
Hosey just on a quick quarterback sneak up the middle as the Bears were back in pass prevent defense, and the middle linebacker was not there. Hosey could run right past him, and
Chris Yoakum, one of the faster Bears, made the tackle, but he got a hold of the wrong spot there.
Yes, he did.
He was ready to break it down the sidelines there if he wouldn't have, so he may have stopped the score.
Yeah, that's right. I think one-on-one at that point, you grab anything you can grab.
Right. Now, this will be enough yardage for the first down for the Tigers as a pickup on a play of about 13, we will call it, and there'll be 15. Wait a minute. We have 2 flags on the play, offsetting.
That is a bad break for Maywood.
That is a tough break for the Tigers. As the ball be brought back, it'll still be 3rd down. As the gain will be erased. What is hard to believe is that play only took 6 seconds.
Well, you got to understand sometimes when you're at home, these things will happen.
Oh, I see. Okay. Coach Ferguson, I believe, just spent his last time out, if my statistics are correct, or if my memory's correct, or does he have one left?
I think he's used them.
At any rate, that was a waste of time other than 6 seconds on the clock.
Right. Do they?
Okay, maybe Coach Ferguson does have one timeout left.
We have an extra statistician here, or Arnold, standing behind us, keeping track of our timeouts, et cetera. At any rate, it's a real nice night for football. We're finally down in the cool weather, and it feels like football weather.
Yes, it does. Third down, 24 to go. Ball resting on the Tigers' own 11-yard line. Frink's at quarterback. And again, they tried the quarterback sneak, and it's snuffed out by the Bears this time. Call a gain of 3. And fourth down, or getting inside 23.
I think they'll be able to run this down to maybe 10 or 12 seconds before they have to kick it.
Well, I believe that they didn't signal for the ball in play until 25, so they could run her all the way out, I think. I think they'll just let the clock run out because it's 24 seconds when they signal to put the ball in play.
Coach Ferguson doesn't seem to be too distressed about that, so I guess he's
3, 2,
considering it
1.
a half.
There it is. The Bears take the lead into the locker room at halftime, 27-6. The Bear offense on the first possession, scoring. The Tigers came right back and put one on their own on the board to trail by 2. And then the Bear offense started after a good punt return down to the 28-yard line, set up shop, and took their second score into the end zone in the second quarter. Followed that up quickly by a interception by Marlon Weir, I believe. Is that correct?
That's right. Marlon ran that in from 15 or so.
And then late in the second quarter, got the fourth score on a pass from, you're going to help me with names here.
Scott Propp was the thrower,
Scott Propp to,
and the touchdown pass was to Troy Rippon.
Troy Rippon, was it?
Yes.
Good evening and welcome to our halftime show tonight.
Which brought the score to 27-6. And basically a pretty good ball game, Rusty.
It's been a good ball game, Stan. I think at this point, if there's some way to summarize it, I think the Bears are maybe a little bigger and a little deeper, and I think that's hurting Maywood a little bit at this point.
Yes, it is. And
that Bear defense is a very physical one, and it's just tough to move the ball on a sustained drive against them.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we have a little halftime festivities here we're going to take in. Gentlemen, thank you.
Okay, thank you. The reason there's so many holes there is that this will be used as part of our contest routine next week at the Sydney Oktoberfest. We welcome all of you to go up there and cheer on the Blue Ribbon Marching Band. The football players naturally are gone. Our next song will be Go For It, featuring our flag team.
Thank you. And now for our specialty routine tonight. The truth is they have never done this before. They never saw the routine until 6:45 tonight. Nobody has marched it. We've only played the song. It's one of our better songs. We'll see how they march to it. I'm going to tell everybody what they're going to do for the whole song here, so just hold on a second. We're going to see if they can do it. Now, the end goal is to form a C and a B for the Culbertson Bears. So I wish them good luck anyway. Okay, everybody, here's your direction. If you don't understand, just be quiet. Okay, for the introduction, you stand still. Any questions? Good. Letter A. We'll start in a marking time, step 4 with the first row. In other words, 4 counts later, row 2 mark time, and so on. Okay, now we're at letter B. We do a Bach 8. All right. Numbers 1, 35, 21, 5, 13, 32, 23, 12, 27, 14, 25, 26, 20, 39, 40, 37, 38. You people all do a box 8 to the right, starting forward. The rest of you start backwards. In other words, after 8 counts, both of you will be marching to the goal lines for 8, and then flipping and doing 8 and 8. Okay, now we mark time at letter C. Questions? Good. Now we're at letter A repeat. Letter A repeat. The first half of the band forms a C. Numbers 1, 35, 21, 5. Mark time. 37, 25, 23, 40, 39, 38. At A repeat, you backward march 4, mark time. Number 12, right face 4. 13, right face 4, left face 4. 32, right face 2, left face 4. 27, right face 6, left face 8. 14, backwards march 2, right face 12. 26, right face 6, right face 8. Number 20, right face 2, right face 8. The rest of you mark time until B repeat. Okay, B repeat. 7, 8, 3, 33, mark time. Number 4, backwards march 2. 36, 24, 30, backwards march 4. 34, backwards march 3. 18, backwards march 2, right face 2. 22, forward march 4. 28, right face 4. 11, backwards march 4, right face 8. 31, backwards march 2. 29, backwards march 2. 17, 9, backwards march 6. And everybody mark time to the end of the song. That's the routine, folks. Band, I hope you understand. Good luck. Get on down. Ready, go. Form your C. Form your B. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, now we'll have the Minnesota Rouser Fight Song, Culbertson High School.
Defending the south goal.
Okay, the Tigers will receive to start the second half. Kicking off for the Bears is number 80, Chris Yoakum. Back deep for the Tigers, 13, Kevin Frink, 11, Clint Hosick. Yoakum approaches the ball. It's a short, high kick. Coming down, Frink picks it up across the 15 and is across the 20 and stacked up in there by the kicker Yoakum, plus
several other there.
Wagner was in on the tackle.
Lauren Wagner was in on the tackle. Hosick has a lot of strength, but he just can't. There's not a hole there for him to hit so far tonight.
That's exactly right. Bears been closing up in a hurry. Bears start out in a 43 defense. High formation by the Tigers. Give to the tailback Hosick, and he's stopped up in there by the middle linebacker Kochwar.
Chad Holst and Joe Kochwar were standing up there.
We'll give Clint a gain of 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Ball resting on the 23-yard line. Tigers show a split backfield this time with Owens in the backfield with Hosick. Quick count, give to the second back through Hosick. He's in trouble and nailed in there again with Kochwar, the middle linebacker, leading the play.
Sean Keeney on this end did a good job of containing the play.
Okay. Excellent series so far by the Bear defense. No gain. We'll call it 3rd down and 8. Botaw back in the game replacing Owens, running the plays in for Coach Morford. Bears are going to show a 42 with the passing situation, 4-2 defense. Split back formation for the Tigers. Frank's back to throw. Back to throw, is under pressure, and he is going to be sacked in there.
Scott Prop brings him down.
Scott Prop from his we'll call it a 20-yard return. Hosick and Miller in on the tackle.
This really puts the stress on the Maywood defense to turn the ball over the 25-yard line.
It certainly does, Russ. They're working on shoulder pads of Randy Miller. Now they got them fixed. Okay. Be ready to go. Tigers are showing a 4-2 defensive front. High formation by the Bears. Prop sets him down. Give to the fullback, and Hopkins nails him.
Yes.
Hopkins almost in there to get the handoff on that one. We're the tailback taking the handoff, and Hopkins was right there.
Yes, Hopkins had that play stopped right at the handoff.
A loss of 2. A good defensive surge by the left interior lineman of the Tigers. High formation again, and a crossbuck.
Marlon Weir good for about 7 or 8 on that play. Scott Prop, the quarterback, bobbled the snap for a minute, but regained it.
Okay, we'll call it a pickup of about 7. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Ball resting on the 26-yard line. In the game again is Berryman for the Tigers. Crossbuck again, and the same result as Weir drives for the first down, I believe.
Maybe just a bit short there, Stan. Nope, they signal first down.
Berryman in on the stop.
Culbertson's ball, 1st and 10 on the Maywood 15-yard line.
First down on the Tiger 16, we'll call it, as the Bears approach the ball, setting up in an I. Prop sets him down. Looking at 42 defense. And second back through is Ware for good yardage down to about the 10.
Ball carrier Ware.
Good execution at Bear backfield.
Right, Stan. They haven't done anything very fancy, but there's good blocking, and the line fires out good, and it's been good for from 4 to 8 yards on about every play like that.
Second back through is Ware. And he's still on his feet and drives into the end zone.
Nice run.
Good second effort as he broke a tackle at about the 5 and run into the end zone, standing up. Ware, a 10-yard touchdown, comes with 8:11 left to go in the third quarter. Making the score, Bears 33, Maywood 6 with the point after to follow. Excellent run by Ware as he drove into the end zone. I snapped the prop. He's back to throw, and
nice
it's
throw.
dropped
Just
in there.
bobbled there by Rick Dahlgren, number 85, but a nice roll out and throw. Rick just couldn't get the handle on it.
Okay. Again, the Bear defense would have to give a lot of credit, along with the good kick return in there. Set up a short drive for the Bears for their 5th touchdown.
Well, it's real difficult for Maywood, and if they don't get a first down once in a while, to get it out to the middle of the field, because the defense has been starting at their own 20 to 40-yard line each time, and it's tough to hold in 4-down territory, hold an offense out.
Okay. Frink picks up the ball, and he makes a good move. Bounces to the outside, got a good return.
Troy Rippon on the tackle there.
Rippon drags him down at about the 28-yard line. Return of about 13 yards for Frink. And the Tigers start with a little better field position here.
Yeah, Rusty, a minute ago you was commenting on the defense and field position. That's very, very important in a ball game, and it also sets up for your offense so you can control the game, and this is exactly what Culbertson is doing at this point.
That's right. They're getting the ball on offense in 4-down territory most times, and it's...
There's motion by the Tiger offense as a swing pass out to Hosiek. Hosiek makes a move, and he's going to be covered in there for a loss.
Several Culbertson players in on the tackle.
Getting up off the bottom
John
is
Keeney, number 88, and
John Keeney and Holst on the tackle.
Chad Holst also on the tackle.
I can't get the number of the Maywood player who's down. There are 2 flags on the play. It's motion against the Tigers as their line was not set.
Penalties being declined, stand by Culbertson.
It naturally will be declined by the Bears as there was a loss of about 5 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 15. The ball's moved back inside the 25-yard line, about 24.
14.
I believe the player down is number 85, Roland Miller, the offensive right guard for the Tigers.
We just lost our crib sheet.
And it's the only one we have.
You're right.
Bear with us, fans.
Play it by ear. Looks like they're working on a ball player out there. I hope he's all right. They get him up.
Yes, number 85, Roland Miller. Roland is a 5'10", 150-pound senior. And
thank you, Arnold. Arnold retrieved our crib sheet, so we'll be able to continue, I guess.
There's a gentleman out there attending to that ball player who I had the pleasure to have beside me for 10 years. That man is Dwayne Covey, the assistant coach of the Tigers. And he is an excellent person, an excellent individual, and he does a good job not only coaching but also taking care of the injuries and everything. He's just an outstanding individual. Looks like Roland's going to be all right.
Back to action.
Maywood has a second 15 after their procedure penalty.
Okay, split backfield. Frink sets him down. He's looking at a 43 Bear defense. There's a halfback pass. Back to Frink. And it's covered over there
Hit by
immediately.
Lauren Wagner there.
Didn't fool anybody.
Lauren Wagner of Culbertson covered that very well.
I think we'll call that no gain. The pass complete to Hosey. Back to quarterback Frink on a halfback pass. And the Tigers offense faced with the 3rd down and 15 situation here. Ball resting on their 23-yard line. Pitch to Hosey. He's going to throw deep for Thayer. He's out here. Good catch. Good throw. And it's out there for a first down across the 40 to about the 34-yard line.
Chris Yoakum on the tackle, but not till about 25 yards are made and a first down.
Excellent throw by Hosey. Excellent reception by Thayer.
Nice pass.
Again, they pitch back to the tailback Hosey, who threw the ball to Thayer and made a nice reception on
Real
a nice
nice catch on the play.
Gets Maywood field position. Give to Hosey. And he is hit in there
Stopped
immediately.
up by Sean Keeney and number 85, Rick Dahlgren. Joe Kochwar helping out.
Sean Keeney made a nice play on there. Read the play, boxed, turned the play inside, and also made the tackle. We have some flags on the play. They're going to talk to the Maywood captain, so apparently it's against the Bear defense. The flags are thrown late. Face mask. Cost the Bears 15 yards. Moved the ball down to about the Bear 20, where the Tigers will have a first down on the penalty.
Bears are having a little face mask problem tonight.
Maywood a first down. First and 10 on the Culbertson 20-yard line.
It's usually evidence of tackling a little bit high. Okay, here comes the Maywood offense. Their best field position of the second half. Ball resting on the Bear 20. Split back formation. Hosey and Bota. Cross buck. And Hosey cuts it in there, running tough and still on his feet for a gain of about 4 yards.
We're in on the tackle. Joe Kochwar again. And Sean Keeney, as he's done all evening long, Stan, they don't get outside of him. His primary role is not to make the tackle, but to turn it in, and he's made a lot of tackles in addition to turning the play in tonight.
Sean Keeney playing an excellent ball game from his defensive right end position. Bring up a 2nd and 6. Ball resting on the 16-yard line. High formation, tailback goes motion, flags on the play.
Penalty flag on the
And I think we have an equipment problem. That cost the Tigers 5 yards.
appears 5 yards. Motion penalty again, Maywood. We'll bring up 2nd and
Make it 2nd and 11. As the Tigers march back 5 yards.
That's Cosley there, Stan. They're moving the ball for the first time well this second half, and those kinds of things hurt a little.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they're penalties that make a coach pull his hair out. Okay.
As both of you are aware of, huh?
Swing pass
Good
to
throw.
Hosiek. He's got some room out there, and he's still on his feet. Dragon Bear defenders down enough yardage for the first down. It's inside the 10-yard line, about the 6-yard line.
Number 80, Chris Yoka, made the original hit, but as we've noted all evening, he's got good balance, and it takes a little help to get him down once he gets a head of steam going.
Pass from Frink to Hosiek, little swing pass. Nets 14 yards down to the, we'll call it the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Tigers. And again, like you say, good tough running by Hosiek. Frink is rolling this way. He's in trouble back here. He gets by one man. He may score. He is in the end zone for the touchdown.
Nice bit of running. Good speed, and when he saw the goal line, he got with it.
Lowered his head and ducked her into the end zone for the score. 4:28 remaining in the third quarter, 33-12 with the PAT to follow. I believe that was, again, the defensive end, Sean Keeney, that was chasing him back here. Kevin was able to get outside of him this time and went in for the score. Naked bootleg. Brought to kick, and it's blocked by Kochwar.
Big Joe at 210 and good speed is a little tough to hold out of there when he decides that they're not going to get it off.
Yes, that's for sure. That's a lot of blue to stare at when you're the kicker, too, you know.
Yeah, he covers a lot of ground.
He's playing an excellent ball game this evening from his linebacker position, defensive all the way around. Looks real good.
Well, his strength in the middle gives him a lot of options in other defenses, too, and so forth. So it's he's very strong in the middle of that Culbertson defense.
Okay. Back
Deep for Culbertson are
Lauren Wagner.
Yeah, Lauren Wagner and Henry, who's had some good returns. Chris Henry, who's had some good returns early in the year.
Ball's coming to Wagner in the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
This kicker you have, Stan, doesn't allow us to do much kick returning.
No, not on the kickoffs anyway.
He definitely gets a foot in that ball, don't he?
Yes, he does.
It's kind of a peculiar looking thing what's going down there, too. It's kind of a sidewards and end over end, kind of a flip.
Well, mostly hard.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Soccer balls are round. This is oblong, Dennis.
How far can he kick a soccer ball?
Okay, crossbuck motion, and Weir's in the open.
On a good run, good quarterback ball handling, and I think he'll be close to the first down, maybe a yard short or so.
Frink on the tackle as crossbuck misdirection play again. Picks up good yardage for the Bears, and they've used that quite effectively against the Tiger defense tonight. Rusty?
Yeah, Marlon's got a lot of carries, a lot of yards.
Again crossbuck, and again good yardage as he robes across for the first down. Tackled in there by Miller.
Marlon can wear down a defense. He's strong and runs tough, and as we said, he's carried the ball a lot of times this night.
Yes, he has. Marlon is a good, tough runner. Lauren Wagner, the fullback, from his fullback position, is really opening some holes for him, too, on the ISOs. There's
Phil Thorne.
Phil Thorne, excuse me.
Right.
Thorne, the fullback, carrying the ball that time, stopped in there by Miller.
Alan Miller, a loss of 1, brings up 2nd and 11.
Miller had good penetration that time and was in the Culbertson backfield by the time he handed off the ball, so it was a real good defensive effort there.
That's Ellen Miller from his defensive end position. Pitch back to tailback Ware, and he's going to be hit in there for a loss by Henry on a nice defensive
play by number 87, Henry.
Dale Henry from his defensive end position penetrated through
Maywood defense has kind of come alive this series, Stan. They've made several good defensive plays.
Yes, they have. Brings up a 3rd down and about, we'll call it 13 for the Bears. And 2 straight defensive plays, one each by each of the Maywood defensive ends, and the Bears are in possible passing situation. Unbalanced line.
Lining up in a short or a shotgun formation.
Watch for prop to roll this way. Oh, reverse. And he's got one man to beat, and he makes a nice tackle out there. Frink stays home. Weir on the wingback reverse.
Frink made a nice hit. I think he's hurt a little from it, but it was a good tackle. One-on-one with Marlon Weir, and that's tough to do.
Yes, it is. And he brought him down for a gain of 1, and it's 4th down, brings up a punting situation, and Frink will be back to receive. Yoakum to punt. Snap is low. There's a lot of pressure, and it's a short kick coming over to this side and going to be out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, where the Tigers will now have good field position for their 3rd possession of the second half. There's 1:44 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Good pressure put on the kicker that time with number 70, Miller from Maywood. He got in there, and they almost blocked that. He forced him to kick a little faster than they normally would, and consequently they didn't get a real good punt on that.
Maywood has, for the last several minutes, played good football here. They, instead of throwing in the towel, so to speak, they've toughened up quite a bit in this 3rd quarter.
Yes, they have, and it is a test of their character that they were able to do this. Okay, we got a quick flag, probably motion. Oh, we got a delay of the game. Took more than the allotted 25 seconds. You get 25 seconds of high school ball to get the playoff, and the Tigers were not able to get the playoff within the allotted 25 seconds, so it'll cost them 5 yards. Ball resting just over the 30-yard line, a 1st and 15 situation facing the Tiger offense now. Bears in a 4-2 defense. Frink directing traffic. Back to pass. Rolling right, and he's in trouble. Crotchwire, and he breaks. He's got some room over here. Picks up a block by Thayer. Cuts back and picks up big yardage down across the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle was made by Todd Rippon. Todd was deep in the backfield chasing him and came back and recovered and made the tackle. But that was by a nice job by the quarterback. A deep loss turned into a good gain.
We also must give credit to Mike Thayer, who threw an excellent block on Marlon Weir, allow Kevin to pick up about 10 extra yards there. Facing a 2nd down and 5 situation now. Give to Hosiek on a little delay, crossbuck, and he breaks one tackle, skips around, and is still struggling forward for the 1st down.
Sean Keeney and Chris Yoakum and Chris Henry in on the tackle there. Maywood moving the ball again.
Enough yardage for the 1st down. 6-yard pickup by Hosiek.
Maywood ball, 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line.
Hosiek's got a little shoulder pad problem there.
Official time for equipment.
Or rib pad. I guess they're working on his rib pads, I think. Or maybe it's his girdle.
They do wear those, you know.
Yeah. Clint, again, showing good balance, and he's a tough man to bring down.
When you're a freshman, you don't get one that fits, but I don't think he's a freshman.
You have to grow into those, huh?
You're right.
Tigers come out in a split back formation. Crossbuck. No, it's a bootleg by a Frink, and he's got good yardage down, running hard inside the 20, down to the 17.
Like another 1st down.
A pickup of about 15 yards for Frink on a naked bootleg. He showed crossbuck action in the backfield, kept the ball, and rolled around the right end for about 17 yards.
Stan, they're going on a little quicker count than they were earlier, too. That seems to be giving him that step maybe in the line to get a block. Last several plays that have been good yardage makers for him, they've gone on a very quick count.
Yes, I think it helps the rhythm and everything. Okay. 19-yard line of the Bears. I formation. Give to the tailback, Hosiek. He's running hard up in there. Pops in there for about 5 yards, and that looks like it might be the last play of the third quarter. Feeney, let's see.
Chris Henry, number 39. I think he was tripped partially by Todd Rippon back here and then stumbled, and several Bears were involved from that point.
Okay. We'll move to the other end of the field, and that quarter was played pretty even there.
Yes,
Rusty.
it was. Yes, it was. The last part of it, Maywood's played much better than they did the first half.
And again, I think it's a credit to the Maywood Ball Club and the coaching staff, Coach Morford and Coach Covey, that they were able to go in at halftime down 27-6 and regroup and come out and play the type of ball they did that third quarter.
On about the 15-yard line.
Tigers with the 2nd and 5. Line up in the eye. Oh, fumbled back there on the, looked like it was supposed to have been a reverse.
Yeah, it was a little play action, and then I don't know if that was going to be a fake reverse or what there. But there's a little contact between the Maywood backs on that play.
Excellent penetration in there by the Bear defensive line, and there's a loss of about 7 yards on the play, brings up a passing situation, 3rd down and 12 on the Bear 20-yard line.
They had me faked out that time.
Frink back to throw. He's rolling right, looking, throws to Hosiek, and he underthrows him. Good coverage in the secondary by the Bear defense as Frink had time to throw, but just couldn't find an open receiver. Rusty.
As Maywood's moved the ball here in the third quarter, a quick developing play has been much more effective for them than something that's, a slow developing play. Anytime they get deep in their backfield and so forth, that Culbertson penetration gets them. But here's your big-footed kicker going to lay one on us.
Brot's on to try it's up, and it is just short.
Just short.
That would have been a 39-yard field goal attempt, just short. Attempt made by Martin Brott, and the Bears will take over on the 15-yard line. Thought it was going to be good.
Kansas City Chiefs could use him.
They had one once, and they sold him to Green Bay.
Right.
Done that.
Last time I seen Kansas City play, they couldn't kick either.
I believe Stenerud was from Norway. Brott is from Denmark.
All right.
In the same general area.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Bear offense. Give to the tailback. Big hole in there. He rolls up for about 5 yards.
Marlon Weir on the play, tipped up by Bruce Hopkins.
Marlon's carried the ball a lot of times tonight.
About 5 yards.
He's very strong.
Both offenses basically are a tailback-oriented offense,
right.
where the tailback does carry the ball the majority of the
They'll
time.
run out of the eye or kind of a half veer type of thing, and so the tailback gets a lot of work.
Oh, bootleg by the quarterback, and he's going to struggle ahead for first down. Scott Prop running hard in there, tackled in there by Clint Hosiek.
Not until they have enough for first and 10. Culbertson's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Bears trying to move the ball out of the hole here. Give to the tailback on an ISO play, and he breaks through.
Good running.
9 yards before Hosiek finally drags him down.
Chris hits up that hole very quick.
Yes, he is. He's really done an excellent job on punt returns, and now he's back in here running at the tailback slot and give him a pickup of 8. He really accelerated through the hole. It's just an ISO play off the right side, and excellent blocking.
Culbertson backs are Phil Thorne and Chris Henry now.
Okay, props back to throw. He's in trouble back there, and Ellen Miller and Pat Woods sacking
10
for a
yards
loss.
on that play.
Looked like both ends went deep on a fly
Yeah.
pattern. He just didn't quite have enough time to throw it as Miller and Wood collapsed on him and sacked him for about a 10-yard loss, bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Generally tonight when Culbertson is thrown, they've had one short. I mean, generally they've been trying to go deep each time they threw.
Wing back, and it's a draw play, and Botas snuffs it out and stops him after about a 5-yard gain. Weir on the carry, bring up a 4th down. Maywood anticipating the punt, sends Frink deep.
Brings up 4th and 6. Culbertson is in a punting position.
Looks like Weir's back to punt this time.
Right.
This will be his first punt of the night, I believe.
He's generally been doing the kicking.
It's almost blocked. High punt.
Right.
That takes a Culbertson bounce and is downed at about the 20.
Doug Sleeman, the
yard line.
Culbertson center, downs the ball there.
You say Weir is generally
Yes,
been doing the punting?
earlier games we've been doing the kicking. If he's got something injured or we all know he's worked hard enough just carrying the ball tonight, and so maybe Coach Ferguson wanted to relieve him of some of that other responsibility.
Okay. Tigers will take over on their own 28-yard line. Frink remains at quarterback. Hosiek and Bota in the backfield. Hosiek's in motion. Let's see if Hosiek goes on a fly. Oh, blitzing in there from his
Scott
linebacker
Prop.
position is
Yeah.
Scott Prop to sack Frink for about an 8-yard loss. And Prop from his left linebacker position blitzed in there. No one picked him up, and he was on the quarterback before he had time to set up. Excellent play by Prop. Excuse me, I guess Prop came from his defensive end position that time.
Well, as we were talking earlier, the different defenses they'll throw up by moving Joe Kochwar in the middle. Joe isn't in there right now, but there's several different looks they can give, and when he walks off, it's similar to an outside linebacker type of position.
Frink's back to throw. Thrown out here for Henry, and it's wide. Coverage on there on Henry by Weir. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long situation for the Tiger offense.
Brings up 3rd and 18.
Seven minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. Scoreboard reads Culbertson 33, Maywood 12 as the Tigers approach the ball on their own 20-yard line, facing a 3rd and long. Frink shows draw to Hosiek. He bounces outside and breaks a couple tackles, but will be way short of the
Thrown
first down.
Very hard by Chris Henry over here. Again, I'm impressed with Hosiek as a runner. I think if he got a shot to go sometime, he'd make some outstanding runs, but he hasn't been able to get loose except for a time or two tonight.
That's exactly
Got a
right.
little stutter step there and some good strength, and got good feet.
Yes, he does. He's a tough man to bring down. Okay, Brott back to punt. Snap is back. Gets a low punt off again, and it's fumbled in there and picked up.
Chris Henry caught it, but he was able to get the handle there.
Okay.
Which
down,
was fortunate with 2 Maywood people right on him.
down on him was Clint Hosiek and Rocky Owens immediately, and it was took a Culbertson bounce there. Otherwise, that could have been trouble. Culbertson will take over on their own 32-yard line, 1st down and 10. There's 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the ball game. Crossbuck, and that stuff there that time.
Ball carrier.
Ware carrying the ball for no gain. Number 60, Pat Wood, getting off the bottom of the pile, and that time he was there to stop up that crossbuck. Second down and 10. Culbertson and I, Weir at tailback, Thorne at fullback, Prop at the quarterback. Give to Weir, and he breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage and bounces up in there for about 2 yards before Alan Miller and Mike Thayer bring him down.
Alan Miller on the stop. Pick up of about 2, bring it 3rd and 8.
Okay, 3rd down and 7. The ball resting on the Bears' own 34-yard line as they come down facing a long 3rd down situation. Let's see what they do here. Thorne is a wing back to the right. And it's a little swing pass to
Weir again.
Weir, and he's got the first down as Hosick drags him down, but not before he gains good yardage.
Good touch on the pass. He was able to catch it in full speed, Stan.
Exactly. A 17-yard gain on the play. And Weir, from his fullback position, just circled out of the right side of the backfield, and as you mentioned, Prop hit him on a dead run, and a good pickup. Culbertson first down. Ball resting on the 30 of the Tigers. Fullback in motion. Weir. Give to fullback. Thorne.
Fullback. And a good gain. Looks like he picked up 6 or 7.
Tackle in there by John Votaw. Excellent blocking at the point of attack by the Culbertson offensive line.
Phil Thorne at he's a 5'7", 170-pounder. He doesn't look that big, but he's a pretty good-sized feller.
Yes, he is.
Does a nice job of blocking. Has all night.
Excellent size for fullback. Up there's a little
right
motion
there.
there.
He got started a little too quickly. As the clock winds down, this is the kind of drive the Culbertson Bears see. One that takes time, and up to this point has been
It's up and it's good.
Kick is good. Takes the score.
Brott brings the score to 39-19 with 2:46 left to go in the ball game. And Maywood scores on a 13-yard pass from Kevin Frink to Mike Thayer. We will now have the 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. And again, as we said, that jubilation in the end zone, the ball is immediately dead when the touchdown is scored, so therefore the 15 yards is assessed on the kickoff. And we'll move Brott back 15 yards, so that'll mean he's kicking off from his own, 15? Is that correct? Yes.
Well, Stan, I think you have to be happy with the way Maywood coming in here 0-3 and getting down 3 touchdowns in this game has hung in there and really played very well the second half.
I think that, yes, I really am. I think that this is going to help the enthusiasm and the spirit of the Maywood Ball Club. They have played an exceptionally tough schedule these first 4 weeks of the season, and that's evidenced by the teams that they've played. Arnold and Eustis and Elwood are all really tough schools. They got another one coming up next week in Maxwell being rated in Class D, and so
are you the guy that made that schedule up for him?
Boy, it's tough, let me tell you.
Culbertson playing a pretty good ball club last week. The score didn't indicate that, but I believe some of the people I have talked to, the first 3 quarters of that ball game was pretty tough.
Brott kicks it high and long and deep, and it's going to come. Oh, it's not going to go out of bounds. And okay, did he touch it? That's the question.
I believe he stepped out of the bounce.
Apparently not.
He apparently fielded the ball and then stepped out of bounds. And well, nope, they're moving up to the.
Apparently the ball went out of bounds without him touching it, so the Bears will get the ball on the 35, I believe.
35.
Oops, wait, I think you're going too far, officials.
We just will quit guessing and see what they're going to do here.
Well, now, wait a minute. Oh, they're bringing it clear out. Oh, with the penalty, I suppose. Okay.
Well, the penalty's on them, though, if they kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, but they was assessed that. They kicked off on a 15.
Kickoff, and seeing on a kick out of bounds, it would go to the 35. However, they got it placed on Maywood's 35. It would either be 5 more yards, or I'm not sure I understand this.
The ball is placed down on the Maywood 35-yard line.
Apparently,
Ball goes out of bounds.
15 yards. If he kicks off and they had a penalty, they'd assess it.
It was an excellent kick by Brott. It just happened to take a sideways bounce, and then just about did not get out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 on the Maywood 35-yard line.
Okay, Bears will have good field position. Come out in I formation. And that's
Chris Henry.
Henry breaking a tackle and bouncing to the outside before he's finally drug out by Kevin Frank.
Several substitutions coming in for Culbertson now. In the line, we'll have Troy Clark and Ron Taylor.
Brings up 2nd and a short run.
9-yard gain on the play. Set up in an I. Henry again at tailback.
Mike Weir is the quarterback.
Number 12, Mike Weir, running the ball club now. Gives to
Henry again.
Henry, and he's breaks another tackle, and he might be gone. Touchdown.
That was a fine run.
That was an excellent run.
Not the best tackling, I don't think your coach will feel, but on the other hand, it was a determined run by Chris Henry.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Morford wasn't happy with the tackling on that. And brings the score 45-19 with 2:39 left to go in the 4th quarter. As Henry did an excellent job of carrying the ball. Chris is a 5'7", 150-pound junior.
Number 18, Larry Land is quarterbacking. We apparently have a procedure penalty on
Flag.
Culbertson.
Drawing the play.
I believe someone didn't have their mouthpiece in,
Again, Culbertson.
and so it cost Culbertson 5 yards to delay the game penalty.
Trying the extra point from the 7-yard line.
Randy Miller checks in the ball game for the Tigers. And Pat Wood immediately nails the...
Larry Land, the quarterback there, and Pat Wood on some new linemen in there, and he busted right through right with the snap.
Drive extra point is
So we have 2:30 left, and the score is Culbertson 45, Maywood 19. We have number 84 kicking off, Steve Stordahl for Culbertson. Some of the other guys covering will be Mike Brown for Culbertson, Roy Wells, Mike Ware, Troy Clark, Troy Rakes, number 63. Standing up the middle for good yardage.
Kevin Frank.
Frank in a tackle there by Mike Weir. Gives the Maywood Tigers good field position at the 30.
Mike Thayer on a heads-up play. He received the punt, pitched back to Frank, who was able to stick it up in there for a good return to cross Culbertson 30-yard line as the Tigers come out with 2:17 left to go in the ball game. Hosiek and Owens at the running backs. Roll out to Hosiek. He takes the reception and is hit in there hard for no gain. In fact, a loss of a little bit. Who made the stop there? Number 12?
Number 12, Mike Weir is the first one in on the stop.
Excellent job by Mike.
a short loss. Brings up second and a long kick.
Randy Miller checks in the ball game for the Tigers. Here comes Hosiek on the crossbuck, and again, Mike Ware, and then he's knocked out of bounds by
Mike Brown.
Brown.
Both hitting Hosiek, who, along with Marlon Ware for Culbertson, has had a real workout tonight, Stan.
They really have. They really have. Both tailbacks have played a whale of a ball game.
Corey Albert is in for the Culbertson Bears, number 61.
He's not hard to spot.
Nope, Corey's the tallest guy on the field.
Brinks back to throw. He's under a lot of pressure back there, being chased. He rolls out of the pocket. He's going to have, he's still on his feet, and he's racing down, finally tripped up at
the very end by number 84. Steve Stordahl tripped him up there. He'd have been gone. I thought he was gone for a minute.
30-yard gain by Frink as he showed his speed and his scrambling ability. And the ball is resting on the 15-yard line. 1:08 left to go in the ball game.
Brings up first and 10 on Maywood, for Maywood on their own 50, on Culbertson's 15-yard line.
Ball's fumbled by Vota as he had a hole, couldn't hold on to the ball, and falls on it for no gain as the Tigers will call timeout with 59 seconds left to go. And
Paul Welch, number 68 in the game for Culbertson. Also Tom Bredvik, number 38.
Also in there is number 18, Larry Land. Coming in the ball game now is number 10, Estel Ware. Let's see. Let's get them all while we have this timeout. Number 5, Roy Wells is playing safety.
Coach Bly and Coach Ferguson getting a chance to play a lot of underclassmen as the clock runs down.
Number 38, Tom Bredvik, also in the ball game at defensive end there. Number 84, Steve Stordahl, I think you called earlier. Now we get some new ball players. Let me see if I can pick up their numbers. Number 16.
Danny Fassler, number 16.
Number 42 is Tom Foster, and number 71
Steve
is
Oberg.
Steve Oberg. Okay. Second down and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line. Hosey looks like he's trying to throw. He's throwing back over to Frink, who's wide open. 5, touchdown. No, not in.
A nice one-on-one tackle by Mike Ware there at the goal line, and he kept him from getting in, but he's very close to scoring.
Yes, down to about the 1-yard line, and Maywood again will take timeout. Hosey to Frink. Good for 14 yards and the first down.
On about the 1-yard line.
We now have 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. 45-19 with the Tigers driving. And a young Bear defense on the field. Brink brings him up. Sneaks it in for the touchdown. And 49 seconds to go.
Quarterback. Runs the score to 45-26.
45-25 with the PAT to follow as Frink sneaked it over from the 1. Maywood will try for the double point after. And it will be good.
Interference, but it's good.
It's good to Votah. Pass from Frink to Votah for the double PAT, bringing the score with 49 seconds left to go in the ball game. Culbertson 45, Maywood 27. Okay.
At this point in the ball game, Maywood scoring here late. What they're doing possibly is picking up some confidence, running some of their plays that they want to work on a little bit and seeing how they're going to work. Kind of catching up on their passing game.
Yes, and Maywood's also posed with another problem in that, as I mentioned earlier, Kevin Frink is the only quarterback that is able to play at this point in time, and so obviously these people work as a unit, and a quarterback gets used to one unit, one center, and everything like that. Well, it's hard to send in a different unit with a different quarterback. So as Dennis said, a lot of it is working on executing what they were able, hopefully be able to do next week. So here we go with Brott kicking off. Kick is a high kick coming to number 7, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown.
He picks it up and brings it back to the 8-yard line, where he stopped in there by Randy Miller.
Randy Miller on the tackle. Culberson's ball on the 8-yard line.
Larry Land will be quarterbacking for Culbertson. We'll try to get a few other numbers for you.
Number 7, Mike Brown at one
Troy
end.
Rakes is centering.
Number 5, Wells and Brown are the ends. As you mentioned, Rusty, number 63, Rakes is the center. Number 16, Danny
Fassler.
Fassler, okay, is also in the ball game.
Declined.
Number 38's quarterback, Tom Bradvick. He sets him down.
Bradvick, okay.
Gives to his tailback, who stopped in there.
It's number 10, Estel Weir, carrying the ball.
Mr. Weir runs it up in there for about 2 yards.
I think that's the last play.
I believe
guys.
I believe there's a timeout on the field as the clock is stopped with 6 seconds to go.
Coach Ferguson must have something special planned here.
I think Coach Morford had another ball player that he wanted to get in there, so he stopped the clock over on this sideline.
Okay.
On the Maywood side of the field, back deep, is number 27. Golly, I can't even think of my own player's name. 37 is Jeff Cooper, excuse me. And it's a rollout, and he's being chased in there, hit first by Fred Farr, Troy Berryman.
And that's the ball game.
Tom Bradvick on the carry.
Okay.
For the last play of the
Basically,
game.
the ball game was won in the second quarter when the Bears were able to take in had a short drive after a good punt return, and then intercepted the pass and got 2 quick scores to go up by 14 points, and then later in the second quarter got a score to take a 27-6 halftime lead, and the rest of the game was played pretty even, but the game was actually won in the second quarter, Rusty.
Yeah, that's right. The Culbertson, the domination as far as the lines and maybe a little more strength and depth was most evident during the second quarter, and that's when Culbertson really established that ground game and forced some poor field position and turnovers by Maywood. And as we've said a couple times, coming in here 0-3 and getting down that far had been easy to sell the farm, so to speak, but they hung in there and gave a great effort the last half of the game.
Yes, they did, and it's a tribute to both coaches and both staffs and both schools. The sportsmanship that was demonstrated here tonight, and just a good, clean football game by both teams.
Beautiful evening and a good game.
Okay, I want to thank you, Stan, for coming down here and helping us out tonight on the ball game, and you too, Russ. We're going to be signing off here now, so long. Take it easy out there. Thank you for watching.